Welcome to this short presentation on projects planning for success. I'm Jamie MacDonald. The aims of this presentation are to provide you with insights into how MindGenius 1 brings more clarity, visibility and focus to the all-important initial project initiation, scoping and planning stages, and 2, how MindGenius saves time and effort and excels in the upfront planning and creation of well-developed work breakdown structures. All this, of course, resulting in increased efficiency and productivity, a solid foundation for project success. If we go to MindGenius itself, I will demonstrate the MindGenius functionality and benefits, particularly focusing on its strengths at the planning stage. It's likely that most of us have heard the phrase poor planning equals poor performance, or failing to plan means planning to fail, and other variations on the theme. What it boils down to, I suppose, is that success of any plan, process, initiative or project in our case is usually determined by the quality of the planning process. This is particularly true where the scope, risks, assumptions and deliverables, etc. really need to be clearly identified, effectively captured, clearly understood, agreed and well communicated. In our experience over many years working with clients and studying research and project management, there is much evidence to prove that projects fail in many cases because of the weakness or failure in this early planning process. These failures are mainly due to inadequate planning or inadequate emphasis or time given to proper planning, unable to resist jumping ahead, if you like, to launch and progress the project too quickly. Inadequate time and detail given to capture, analyze and mitigate risks and assumptions. Ideas, input and knowledge not being effectively captured, then more importantly not effectively utilized. Loss of momentum between brainstorming sessions, our meetings and discussions and action taking. Lack of suitable tools for capturing and visualizing project requirements and creating work breakdown structures. And ineffective communication and collaboration between sponsors, stakeholders and project teams throughout the whole project life cycle, but particularly at the crucial upfront planning stage. And all this means these weaknesses or failures in the planning process usually result in, just for example, project requirements not visualized properly, not thoroughly explored or not properly communicated or understood. Critical aspects of the project are missed, project flows disrupted or even broken. The effective deployment and execution of the project is at risk. Time wasting and unnecessary firefighting, that's increased. And expensive delays in time and mismanaged resources. I would have to say at this point that MindGenius functionality has been specifically designed to address these very weaknesses and failures that we have just considered, bringing tangible time savings, increased productivity and overall efficiency benefits throughout the project lifecycle, particularly of course with the planning. So let me demonstrate then how this efficiency is achieved by using MindGenius to quickly and effortlessly and visually plan a project. For demonstration purposes, and only for demonstration purposes and to save time, I'm going to use a mock example, if you just allow me to do that, and I'm calling it Project X. All you need to do is quite simply start a new map and type in the title of your project straight into the core of the map, which is waiting for you to be typed, and then press the enter or the return key on your keyboard. It's this quick and easy type and return function that allows us to quickly capture our ideas, our knowledge, our experience and our creativity onto this white space. So in effect, type and return just quickly brings our thoughts into the map. And around that project scope, the content is now flowing, it's getting captured and visualized quickly and effortlessly. Should you wish to drill down on any particular topic, you simply highlight a branch and you go through that type and return functionality. So for instance, if I add a few branches to the first stage, we can brainstorm, if you like, and drill down on the detail of the requirements, the subtasks, if you like, in this case, of this particular phase. It's as easy and as quick as that. The type and return functionality can be, of course, applied to any branch at any level, allowing you that drill down effect as you see fit, focusing on any level on any topic and adding further detail. You can also move branches to sort and group your content. You can create structure, hierarchy, relationships just by moving branches around. You can move any branch into any sequence. So for instance, if we had brainstormed 40, 50 activities in a random fashion, just brainstormed everything, maybe in a team meeting with this on a projector, we can easily then what we call just drag and drop the branches or tasks into order, into hierarchy, into structure to give us further clarity and focus on each stage. This is an easy and intuitive, time-saving and highly visual way of working for capturing scope, for capturing work breakdown structures, quicker and more engaging than some cumbersome and time-consuming traditional methods such as whiteboards, flip charts, post-its, and so spreadsheets, and so on. At this point, I also want to quickly highlight Map Explorer on the left-hand side here. Map Explorer replicates the structure of the map in this particular context, of course, the scope or structure of your project, in an expandable and collapsible way. By selecting a topic, in this case a summary task, it brings that segment of the project plan into focus on the screen. And you can do that to any level of the map. This creates white space and a less cluttered or complex view, extremely useful for building maps, for creating a work breakdown structure, for visualizing, for navigating, for gaining understanding, identifying gaps is an important aspect of this as well, not just capturing what you know, but by visualizing it, identifying gaps, or in fact just communicating any size of any mapped project to anybody, stakeholder or team member or whatever. To save you time, had I had the time to finish that particular project, it would look something like that. It would have more detail on it. I've also got another example of a more detailed project. And you'll see this is an infinity layout, and I've done that to show you a layout. And this one's preferred by many users to gain a different perspective of the project and gain further clarity and understanding at the planning stage. It's just a different way of looking at it which suits certain people, and you choose your own layouts. Now, it goes without saying that the maps I've shown you are just mock examples to demonstrate the ease of use and simple yet effective process and the overall concept. No matter how large your real-life projects are, no matter how complex, that simple use of type and return, drag and drop, and particularly the use of Map Explorer will allow you to cope and to visualize and to build your project plans. At this stage, having done this mapping exercise, we can now assume we're content with the basic mapping and the structuring of our project, and that we have captured it all on our map. We are in essence now ready to start scheduling the project. So although this presentation is focused very much on the upfront planning process of managing projects, I would like to quickly mention where MindGenius takes all this good groundwork and highlight some of the all-important delivery and output functions and benefits, just for a moment. As I mentioned there, we're ready for scheduling. MindGenius can at this stage do one of two things. You may simply export it into MS Project, if you're an MS Project user, to generate a schedule or already built Gantt chart within MS Project. Or more importantly, or better still, more conveniently and more practically, you can convert your mapped work into an integral Gantt view within MindGenius itself. So you have the map and you have the Gantt view all within MindGenius. No need for MS Project or any other potentially expensive or cumbersome project management tools. You can now, in effect, schedule your project, go on to schedule your project in an easy, non-complicated interface, all within MindGenius. And one of the key points I would emphasize here, relating it all back to the issue of thorough planning, is that the quality of the schedule you now have, whether as an export to MS Project or using the integral MindGenius Gantt view, all of this has been guaranteed by the quality, depth, collaboration, visualization, and structuring enabled by the creative mapping front end. This simply cannot be achieved as effectively by traditional methods, and I fully recommend it to you. This intuitive and easy to use MindGenius Gantt view, while we're on it, has the functionality you would expect to go on and manage and control your project. The structure, as you can see, has been taken forward from the map. You've now been able to assign quickly start dates, durations, and schedule the tasks, subtasks, and stages of the whole project timeline, linking tasks and dependencies, allocating milestones, introducing constraints for tasks such as start dates, finish no later than, must finish on, must start on, and so on and so forth. Looking at a critical path analysis if you're required to do that. Looking at resource allocation, and so on and so on. Also, briefly, worth mentioning in terms of the post-launch, once you've launched the project and it's gone live, MindGenius will monitor and manage each and every task, stage, and the whole project through an easy to use and visually impactful features. We've got task properties that allows you for each and every task to update the status and the project progress of each task. We've got a comprehensive filtering capability which will allow you to proactively look at what's due proactively and reactively. You can filter into any level of summary or detail or to milestones, and also to the status, to look at quickly what we've done, what we've not done, and what we need to address. And finally, an export to Word, the project report. Quickly export all this data into Word, a highly informative, effective, and time-consuming way, or time-saving way, to get all the important project data at your fingertips, graphically portrayed to any level of data, allowing you to monitor progress, drill down on the detail if you need to, and effectively take any necessary actions to stay on track. So hopefully you found that quick tour of additional functionality useful, and the benefits highlighted, hopefully relevant to your role within managing projects. And although I've demonstrated the power of MindGenius using examples centered mainly on scoping and building work breakdown structures to get us to the scheduling stage, I hope I've also heightened your awareness and appreciation that MindGenius has many other uses and definite benefits if applied to additional project planning requirements. And I've got a couple of examples just to show you. There are, for instance, stakeholder analysis. The mapping format lends itself to stakeholder identification and analysis of engagement, for instance, in this case. Let's think about mapping out risks. There's a project risk template for risk identification, analysis, and mitigation, giving you a starter for 10 to build on that template. Other uses: effective collaboration, capture, clarity, decision making. You can categorize code branches, if you like, to allow you to come up with decisions at meetings and discussions. It's a platform for many problem solving and root cause analysis exercise, SWOT being one of them, and executing other process improvement tools and techniques. Think about formulating, communicating, and agreeing the business case up front. MindGenius, for instance, will export into Word and export into PowerPoint, as well as, of course, MS Project. Meetings, project initiation, planning work. Here's one for the project kickoff. Again, is a template which you would use to keep you on track and to build and think through all the things you need to think about in terms of a project kickoff meeting. And many more uses, daily uses for yourself and your team out with project as well, when you think of the mapping and the visualization capability. So really, if you realize that there are weaknesses in your project planning processes around the things that we've just considered, I would urge you to take a look at MindGenius. From what I've seen, I hope that you've seen, and you'll agree that there is no doubt that Mind Genius brings greater clarity and efficiency and productivity, and greatly increases your chances of project success. For sure at our critical front end, but also through the whole end-to-end project lifecycle. If you haven't already tried Mind Genius, but now recognize that it could help you make your project planning processes more efficient, you can download and trial our free 30-day full product trial version available from our website at www.mindgenius.com. To support that, we provide a comprehensive range of support materials, such as templates within the product, various templates there on project management, for instance. We've got sample maps, how-to guides, user guides, etc. from both within the Mind Genius help file, within the product itself, and also on our website. Also, we are, of course, available to you on a personal level to help you out at any time, so please contact your account manager or email us direct at support@mindgenius.com if you have any questions or need any further help or assistance for either evaluating Mind Genius at the early stages, gaining further know-how for better use, or for adopting Mind Genius wider within your team or through the wider business. So for now, finally, from me, Jamie MacDonald, and indeed the whole Mind Genius team, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this presentation.